Costello.
Mr Speaker, we have heard the word, it is about choice. And I think it's poignant to call on that narrative that this is about choice, because I think the reason we have Budget 2025 is because the previous government left us a mess because they didn't make choice. They said yes to everything. 80% increase in expenditure and no increase in delivery. So what happened is Budget 2025 is about choice. It's about hard choice. It's about difficult choice. It's about the choices that need to be made to ensure we are not burdening future generations with crippling debt. Budget 2025 was for everyday Kiwis. The budget that recognises those hard-working Kiwi battlers from whom we take tax dollars. Because we have been entrusted for every single dollar we take from that taxpayer, we are entrusted to make really good choices. And every dollar that we take, every dollar we are accountable for. We have to be accountable to those taxpayers. We have to be accountable for the outcomes that we need to deliver. And with every decision we make on how that dollar is spent, we must have to speak about the investment that dollar is going to deliver. The investment in the future of our economy, the investment in education, the investment in law and order, the investment in health, the investment in economic growth, and in the investment in accessing our natural resources. And when we do the right thing and we make the investments wisely, then we have the ability to make those bigger decisions, those bigger choices, because we have more funds to do it without incurring further debt. It is essential that we take practical actions, which means those tough decisions, those difficult choices have to be made. I am really proud to say that New Zealand First's pragmatic, practical methodology has shone through in Budget 2025. We have seen the practical initiatives that is so important. We heard frequently in the speeches from the opposite side of the House about how we didn't put money in, as if putting money in is delivery. Putting money in is a solution. Putting money in does not deliver accountability, it does not deliver measures, and it does not deliver targets. That is what we've done in this budget. That's what we are focused on. Mr Speaker, I want to talk about the pragmatic investment in the valued demographic that New Zealand First has so long championed in our over 65s. This budget has not only safeguarded the initiatives New Zealand First has championed throughout our political life, it has delivered more. 20 years ago, we campaigned on the Super Gold Card. The free off-peak travel, one of the greatest congestion reduction initiatives, the 10% electricity rebate, which has become the winter energy payment, and we've passed more on the upgrade to the Gold Card to access concessions through a hub. Today, we have over 5,000 offers and thousands of businesses that are offering discounts to that demographic. And in this budget, we have invested a further $154 million in the rates rebate scheme. This changes the thresholds of eligibility, which means an additional 66,000 Super Gold Card holders will have access to the rates rebate scheme. This is the practical stuff. This is about the choices that mean we are delivering right now into the back pockets of our seniors. This budget allocation of super reflects New Zealand First's commitment to retain the superannuation eligibility. Right Honourable Winston Peters, my leader, champion for seniors, has long time ensured that we will protect the age of superannuation so that we can live our lives with dignity as we age in New Zealand. 65. Our over 65s have toiled long and hard to deliver the country we now inherit and enjoy, and we will continue to defend that. And as we discuss the issues of superannuation affordability, I would like to highlight some of the key statistics. At the moment, superannuation costs New Zealand 5.5% of GDP. And when you compare to the OECD average of 7.7%, we know that we can continue to support our seniors who have worked hard all their life and deserve the quality of life that we can deliver. New Zealand First also ensured that the superannuation amount was tagged to the mean wage at 66%, increasing it from 60% as it had been previously. We know we can do more in this sector, and we will. But we are taking the difficult choices to make sure we can afford to do the things we are promising to do. We also included in this budget a $24 million funding uplift to aged care to help our older people get the care they need. We want to see older people being able to transition to the treatment and care in the best possible place that is the most suitable. There are small steps this is a small step to be taken in a big issue, but it is a step in the right direction. We acknowledge the hard work that the aged care sector does in delivering quality of care, and we will continue to support this demographic. Budget 2025's commitment of the $24 million is an important step in the right direction. There are other things that we have done in this budget that New Zealand First campaigned for that is important to our very core. Firstly, we have doubled the money supporting the wonderful volunteers who are the Māori wardens. They are the presence in our small communities. They are the presence that bind difficult situations, support events, and create a volunteer network throughout this country. This doubled funding will ensure that they can do more, they can grow more, and they can support more. In addition, we have invested an extra $35 million into customs to target transnational, serious organised crime. We know we have a meth epidemic, and we know we want to do a lot more to fight it. But the reality is we cannot do it all. We do things practically, we do things in solid steps, and we will ensure this investment delivers the strengthening of our borders that we need to ensure that our communities are not victimised further by international cartels that make those that can least afford to pay it pay the highest price. Mr. Speaker, this budget is exactly as been outlined. It is about choice. It is about the fact that sometimes when the grown-ups are in the room, you have to make some tough choices. You can't give everything to everybody all the time, because ultimately we are accountable to every single taxpayer dollar that we take off New Zealanders. And every decision we make has to be in the best interests of those that give us that money. And as we grow our economy, and this is the key point of this budget, as we invest in how we can access our own natural resources, as we invest in economic growth, as we support those hard-working Kiwi battlers that give us those tax dollars, we know that we will be able to do more. But we will not do it by continuing to bind our future generations to a crippling debt that is completely unaccountable to the people that trust us with their money. This is a good, solid budget that is practical, common sense, hard decisions that will make our economy stronger in the long run, make our country stronger in the long run, and I commend the bill to the House.